Graphs. Plotting points on graph. Introduction of Cartesian plane, Cartesian coordinate system, quadrants, plotting graph for a linear equation. Coordinate geometry. Saurabh and Rahul were studying in the room. Rahul was explaining coordinate geometry to Saurabh. Saurabh, have you observed this corner of the room? The floor and two walls are separated but joined each other through their one edge. Mathematically, each surface of a wall or floor is called as plane, and the edges through which they are joined together are called axes. Let us consider this xy plane. We call this plane as xy plane because it consists of axes x and y. Suppose we have placed a point anywhere in a plane. Can we define the exact location of this point? No. Is there any system to define the place of this point? Yes. A system is called Cartesian coordinate system. A Cartesian coordinate system. In a Cartesian coordinate system, a plane has two reference axes, a horizontal x-axis and vertical y-axis. The point where both axes intersect each other is called origin or zero position. Both axes consist of numerals at unit distance as shown. This is a graph paper. We assume that this graph paper is a plane. Let us draw a Cartesian coordinate system on it. X-axis, y-axis, and origin. These x and y-axis divide a plane into four quadrants. We denote them anticlockwise as first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. P is any point on first quadrant. How can we define its location? Measure a perpendicular horizontal distance from y-axis. This is the distance we called as x-coordinate of point. Then measure a perpendicular vertical distance from x-axis. This is the distance we called as y-coordinate of point. To define point P, first we write x-coordinate and then y-coordinate in the bracket and separate them by comma. X-coordinate is also called as abscissa and y-coordinate is also called as ordinate. Therefore, 5, 3 are called the coordinates of point P, whose abscissa is 5 and ordinate is 3. If a point is on x-axis, it means the distance of the point from y-axis may be anything but the distance of point from x-axis is 0. That is, y-coordinate is 0. Therefore, we see that if a point lie on x-axis, its coordinates are x, 0. If a point is on y-axis, it means the distance of the point from x-axis may be anything but the distance of point from y-axis is 0. That is, x-coordinate is 0. Therefore, we say that if a point lie on y-axis, its coordinates are 0, y. Now, signs of coordinates in quadrants. In the first quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are plus, plus. That is, x-coordinate and y-coordinate both are positive. In the second quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are minus, plus. That is, x-coordinate is negative and y-coordinate is positive. In the third quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are minus, minus. That is, x-coordinate and y-coordinate both are negative. And in the fourth quadrant, sign of the coordinates of a point are plus, minus. That is, x-coordinate is positive and y-coordinate is negative. Saurav, in this way we can define point B as 4, -4, where 4 and -4 are x-coordinate and y-coordinate of B respectively. From the coordinates we can guess that B is lying in 4th quadrant. Other way we can say that if point D is lying in the 3rd quadrant, its x-coordinate is negative and y-coordinate is also negative. 0, 0 are the coordinates of the origin. Graph of equation ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Saurav, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is a linear equation in two variables x and y, and a, b, c are real numbers. Therefore, its graph must be a straight line. We can draw a graph for this equation by expressing the equation y in terms of x. Now let us take a linear equation 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. We can write this linear equation as y is equal to 2x plus 1. Now we choose two or more convenient values of x and find corresponding values of y. Therefore, if we choose x is equal to 0, then y will be 1. If we choose x is equal to 1, then y will be 3. And if we choose x is equal to 2, then y will be 5. In this way, we get 3 points: 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 5. Now place the points on graph paper and draw a line through these points. We get a straight line. This line is a graph of 2x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Summary 1. In the Cartesian plane, the horizontal line is called the x-axis and the vertical line is called the y-axis. 2. Abscissa, or the x-coordinate of a point, is its distance from the y-axis, and the ordinate, or the y-coordinate, is its distance from the x-axis. 3. Coordinates of a point on the x-axis are of the form x, 0, and that of the point on the y-axis is of the form 0, y. 4. Sign of the coordinates of a point in the first quadrant are positive, positive. In the second quadrant, negative, positive. In the third quadrant, negative, negative. And in the fourth quadrant, positive, negative. 5. Graph of any linear equation ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 is a straight line. So that is all in this topic, student. Maths is fun, so keep learning.